Good morning. Today is January 10th, and we're reading from 365 Days of Kindness. And I got Care Bear. If you don't know who Care Bear is my baby. I love him so much. He kept me up last night, though, barking. He has a frenemy in the back, a pit bull. That's a frenemy. And anytime he hears the pit bull, he decides to bark, 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 bark. It doesn't matter what time it is. It's all barking because of his frenemy. So today is about remembered kindness. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. It says, when our ancestors were in Egypt, they gave no thought to your miracles. They did not remember your many kindnesses, and they rebelled by the sea, the Red Sea. That's Psalms 106:7. God worked some amazing miracles for the Israelites to show them his favor, mercy, and faithfulness. As humans, we can easily forget the good things God has given us when we are in the middle of turmoil or stress. You might be facing some hardships right now. Perhaps you are struggling with a work colleague, or you are finding it hard to pay the bills that are mounting up. In the middle of these times, we can be tempted to feel like God has forgotten us. Perhaps we need to put the spotlight on ourselves and ask if we have forgotten how good he has always been to us. Remember the good things he has done for you in this moment to give you perspective in your troubles. Act of kindness, send a gratitude email to a colleague. So, the act of kindness. Did you do your act of kindness yesterday? I'm going to do mine probably this week, because I haven't gotten to it, and there's somebody I do want to bless with a meal. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully he accepts it. I don't know, he might not accept it. Anyways, but the act of kindness is send an email to someone, like a friend, or say, how great they are, or something like that. That would be awesome. A lot of times, right, what does it say? I had the thought. Don't you hate that when the thought goes? You're just like, hey, it just went away. Okay, so a lot of times we are struggling, right? First of all, we don't know what the other person is doing, right? We have no idea what other people are going through. So it's always good to be kind to somebody. I remember a time, when I was in deep financial distress, and it just seemed like everything was coming against me, and somebody said to me, and it kind of stuck with me because I'm still going to talk about it. They're like, oh, you probably have a thought of going back to your old ways. Why? First of all, this person, I know they meant well, kind of like, oh, because I made so much money as a stripper, but I would never go back to my old ways. It doesn't matter. I'd rather be homeless in a box on the beach somewhere than going back to my old ways. Like, literally, that's where I'm at in life. Because God will provide. And if God says, hey, you need to live on a box on the beach, then hey, I'm going to live on a box on the beach. I'm not going back to stripping and drugging and all that lifestyle. It's a horrible, horrible lifestyle. I had nobody. I had no friends. I had nobody that loved me. I didn't have any of that. You're a shell of a person because you are running with the devil when you do stuff like that. And it's not the way. It is not the way at all. Because we need love. We need to have love. I mean, look at this cute guy. He just loves me so much. Don't you just love me? Yes, I know. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, he does. He is unconditional love. But you can get love like that from humans too. So many of us, put up this wall because we think, oh, we don't need to tell people how we're feeling. Well, I just let it all out because it's like, why are you hiding your feelings? Why are you hiding this? Why are you hiding that? You don't need to hide. You need to tell people how you feel. You need to, you need to be kind. You need to love, And you know, one of the things is that we got to remember the good things God does for us, okay? So, do you remember when you first met Jesus? Do you remember that? Because when you first met Jesus, it was like this beautiful, just beautiful thing. And you were like, oh, I remember the first time I met Jesus, okay? I was like, I wanted everybody to be with Jesus. I was telling everybody about Jesus and stuff. I was like, you need to come to church. Church is amazing, right? Why don't you get back to that? Remember that? You should get back to that, because that is true love. When you first met Jesus and you had that abundant, just beautifulness of, just like a child, like a kid in a candy store. You didn't know which way to go, what it was, but you wanted it all because it was candy, right? So, do that again. Do that again. Like, be kind, love everybody. I love you. Have a blessed day. Care Bear loves you too. Right. Crazy. Oh my goodness, Care Bear!